Assistant Tent Maker Missionary. Please pray for Tent Maker Missionary Pastor June. Pwede bang malakihan yung mga taga-Sarja? Si June Tatlong Maria, Mirna Tatlong Maria, ayan. At saka yung ating Assistant Tent Maker Missionary Pastor Brian Francisco. Okay, folks, I know that there is a real challenge in the work in Sharjah. We will be deferring the organization of that work, supposed to be this coming October, and we'll just have a special service. And in line with the situation that is need to be addressed, I have discussed this with Pastor June Tatlong Maria and Assistant Pastor Brian Francisco. And the solution will be for, because of the work also of Pastor June Tatlong Maria, as she is always out, because of that, you know, these are both tent makers. And we do not want to have Brian Francisco, of course, as Assistant Pastor, but we will have the recognition. I talked with Brian Francisco, Brother Brian, and some of the members for Brian to be recognized as the Associate Tent Maker Missionary Pastor there in Sharjah Mission, Bethany Sharjah Mission. Sharjah has been into a lot of spiritual leaders through the years. I think ilang year na ba tong mission natin, Pastor June? Can you speak? Ilang years na since they start? Hello? AB Tech, could you please have the ilang years na yung Sharjah Mission? 19 years, 20 plus, or what? Hindi gumagana. Paano yung kay Michael? Yung kay Michael Banyola ba gumagana? Michael, can you speak?
Yes.
Ayan,
Yes po, Pastor.
Okay, just hold on because we'll take care of the Sharjah Mission, the challenges there. And so, folks, I have dealt with them, and I'd like for the church to know we have, of course, recognized Brian Francisco before, several years back, as Assistant Tent Maker Missionary, but now we adjust that for him to have a sort of adjusted authority for that mission work. And I do not want to give the rest of the details, but I hope you understand and you trust that this will work. And eventually, when I get there on October 5, we'll see what would be the best responsive solution. But meantime, with the brethren that I've talked with last Sunday, I would like for us to recognize, as I've talked with Brother Brian Francisco, he's also working in the airport, and would want, of course, Pastor June Tatlong Maria is aware, we would want, I recommend that we recognize Brian Francisco as the Associate Tent Maker Missionary Pastor. That way, he will not have some hesitancy in, there are occasions that he could not function without the, of course, the advice of Pastor June Tatlong Maria. And Pastor June Tatlong Maria is very much aware of this. We need to have Brian Francisco sort of as associate. This is much better authority. And so, we will just continue to retain his authority to baptize. And so, let me just present this to you, brethren, and this would be a good response to the situation that is going on in Sharjah. It's really difficult for you to be a tent maker missionary, especially when your boss asks you to be on a trip, just like what is happening with June. And I am praying that eventually, if the Lord wills, for June Tatlong Maria to have a much responsive work, or just like what has been done by Alex Arevalo, by Jonathan, full-time. So, but at the moment, that is not the direction the Lord is impressing upon Pastor June Tatlong Maria and Myrna. So, brethren, I would like to recommend that we recognize God's direction for Brian Francisco to be the Associate and Maker Missionary Pastor of Sharjah Mission. I would like to request for a motion. Of course, we retain his authority to baptize. Is there a motion to that effect? That Brian Francisco be recognized as Associate and Maker Missionary Pastor. I would like to request from the brethren a motion to that effect. Deacon Higantoni. Okay, we retain, of course, the authority to baptize. So we just elevate, so he will not have that hesitancy to function when Pastor June Tatlong Maria is not around. Okay? So Brian, are you hearing this? Do you have audio?
Yes, Pastor. I can hear you, sir.
Okay, that is Brian Francisco, the one who is like Bato de la Rosa. I would like to request for a second devotion to that effect. We have a lot of people. We have Deacon Fiscal Fabio. Okay, folks? This is the situation in the mission field, and I hope you understand that there are challenges. But, of course, I was in a fellowship with the Montes and some brethren, and there are several calls, and I have to address that. And so, after much, of course, talks and praying about this, I believe this is the way to take care of this. And Pastor June Tatlong Maria is not slighted. He needs help. Okay? Is that right, June? Are you able to have the audio? May audio ka na ba? June 3M? Okay. But can you please give your thumbs up if you are in a hearing? Ayan. No? And also, please pray for Myrna Tatlong Maria. Even after the stroke she suffered, there are some lapses. No? So, pray for Sister Myrna Tatlong Maria. Okay? So, is there any question with regard to the recognition of God's direction? I believe this is God's direction for the work there in Sharjah for our assistant pastor, Brian Francisco, to be the Associate and Maker Missionary Pastor. If there is no question, those who are in favor, please say Amen. Amen. Okay. Ito na yung kanyang commissioning certificate. Okay? Bethany Baptist Church hereby recognizes God's call and direction for Brian Francisco as Associate and Maker Missionary Pastor in Bethany Mission, Sharjah, UAE, in partnership with Tent Maker Missionary Pastor Alberto Tatlong Maria Jr. and is hereby granted the authority to baptize. Actually, we just continue on that authority by Bethany Baptist Church, Makati City, Philippines. Of course, done this 28th day of May, 2025, along with the church Wednesday midweek service at Makati City, Philippines, signed in behalf of the church, your pastor. I have to take a picture of this and send it to the both of them and to the church, okay? But I'll be bringing this when I get to UAE this coming October. So ordered, okay na kayo, Pastor Brian and June? Brian? Okay? Si Brian nakapagsasalita eh. Okay? So, okay.
Thank you, Pastor and brethren.
So that is Brian Francisco, ang kanyang misis si Maricel Francisco. And On October 5, when I'm there, we'll see what the direction of the Lord is. Mahirap rin kasi na dalawa yung leader. No? So we'll see what would be the direction of the Lord for this. Thank you very much. You may want to join us in the service. You're welcome. Okay? At this time, let's take our educational ministries offering, and let's all stand as we request the ushers, educational ministry.
Barus din.
Ano yun? Baras. Barore.
Yan ba yun?
Yeah. Char, buhitin niyo daw.
Okay, keep
Char,
that
ayun.
song. Yun na.
Oo, nung